Welcome back, everybody. It's I and I's wife here to do the Q&A for 5K. Thank you so much for the 5,000 subscribers. I do want to pre-warn you that I do have a dog who is squeaking a toy insanely. So if you hear that, that's what's going on. And that is Tucker to answer your question before it comes up. Most of you already know that. So we're going to have a little twist in today's Q&A. Now, in 3K Q&A, my wife picked out the questions and I answered them. In this case, she picked out the questions and I'm going to ask the questions to her to see how much she knows about the answers to your questions. Yeah. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Not wasting time.
No, we're jumping in. Here we go. How tall are you? Says Blushy Man.
There was actually a lot of people that asked this question. You're all very curious about how tall is I? Should we give him the real height or should we give him a vague roundabout answer?
I don't know. Did you guys want an exact height? I can tell you that I'm a little bit shorter than Jacksepticeye. But I'm also just as tall as Charlie from the Penguin Z channel. I'm definitely taller than Oompa Loompas and definitely taller than Munchkins. And Gary Coleman's got nothing on me. Nothing. And Muggsy Bogues, I'm taller than him too.
I don't know any of those people.
I don't either.
We'll give you I's height. I is not a tall man.
Bruh.
He is 5'6".
5.5 feet tall. I'm tiny. Look how tiny I am. You see how tiny I am? I'm a tiny guy.
Not a very big guy. Sorry, honey. That's okay.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Oh my God, my dog. Are you a UFC and boxing fan? Says, I'm not invisible.
I is a huge UFC fan. I is huge.
How big am I?
Huge. He's big. Used to watch boxing growing up, but as UFC has become more popular, he's definitely a big UFC fan.
How big am I?
Conor McGregor, we pay for all the big fights. The dream would be to go see a ringside MMA fight.
Yeah.
That was good.
After I got my computer upgraded and such.
Well, of course. Priorities.
Have you ever been arrested, Bitey Jangles?
Okay, so I hasn't actually been arrested, but a funny story
Not arrested.
is that he was driving through Montana late one night, and after he had been visiting me.
Yeah! Montana!
He was on his way home and he was driving through Montana and he was speeding pretty excessively. And in Montana, I don't know if it's changed, but back in the day, a long time ago, in Montana, if you were speeding and you got pulled over, you could just pay $5 cash to the officer that pulled you over and they would just let you go. There wasn't like a ticket and all that. So I gets pulled over for speeding and he doesn't have any money.
No cash.
He has no cash. He just has a debit card. That's it. And his ID. And he's driving my parents' car. So the car's not registered.
And I had gone to visit her while she was at college and blah, blah, blah.
So they put him in the back of the cop car until they could run the plates and verify
Over
that
$5.
the car was not stolen since it wasn't registered to him. And I think they just let you go without paying the $5 and just gave you a warning.
After a 40-minute lecture.
They felt bad.
You see, son, there's deer and there's elk and there's horses out here.
Yep.
And when you're driving...
So at least we got a funny story.
Bro, let me go.
So not officially arrested, but interrogated in a cop car over $5.
And I didn't know about it, so I'm like, is he gonna break my taillight for $5? Like, what is this? Pay somebody cash $5?
Yeah.
This guy's running a scam, bro. When you're hungry and your wife makes you food, do you yell, "Let's go"? As Musta exploit everything. I love that name, by the way.
He doesn't really yell that, but he does get pretty excited when I tell him it's dinner time.
Yeah.
I like dinner time.
What do you hate most about I? Jeremiah the Snake. And this is a question for I's wife.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
Bruh.
Well, let's see. When you've been married as long as we have, and we could put him on the spot and ask him if he knows how many years that is.
25.
Almost 26 in just a couple weeks.
25.
Anyway, when you've been married that long, there's a lot of things you learn to get really annoyed and not like about I. But I have to say, the thing that irritates
Let me get to her list.
The thing that irritates me the most, and that has irritated me pretty much since the day we got married, is that he does not pick up his stuff. Ever. He'll come in and drop whatever's in his hands wherever he's standing. He'll walk in the closet and take his socks off on the floor and leave them next to the laundry hamper.
I got stuff to do.
It's like following a toddler. You go through the house and you're cleaning up all of his stuff.
I got stuff to do.
You got jackets and clothes and dishes, and every morning I come out here to the computer desk and I collect all the Rockstar cans and the melted ice cups, and I go put them in the sink and load them in the dishwasher.
Order my beans.
I order his beans. I do. I take care of this man.
Did I turn extra shades of red there? I think I did.
So that would be my biggest peeve, is the fact that he does not clean up after himself. Never, ever, ever has.
I did go on a bed making streak though.
Yeah, he did.
In my defense.
He does make the bed.
I did a bed making streak for how long? Long time.
A long time. You need to get back into the straight. He does make the bed most of the time.
Like hundreds of days.
And usually takes the trash out. Usually, but not always.
Oh my God. All right. Well, that's it. That's all we have time for.
Yep.
So we just had time for the complaints. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm. I guess he could have asked what do I love most about I. But since that question wasn't asked,
Or thanks a lot.
I have to answer.
Thanks a lot. Jeremiah the Snake.
Yeah.
Snake in the Grass. I see.
Yeah.
It's a good name for you, by the way.
Yeah.
Best advice for small streamers from Storm MC.
Well, being that I'm not a YouTube streamer and I don't have a lot of experience in this area, I would probably say that his best advice would be to just stay committed. Be persistent. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Get big.
But to grow, you have to stay committed, because it's hard. It's a grind.
Make a schedule and stick to it.
It's a grind. So you just have to be super committed on your end goal and just stay the course.
Make a schedule, stick to it. Most importantly, hit the stream button.
Mm-hmm. Like and subscribe.
Just like on videos, most importantly, hit the record button. You'll learn as you go, but if you don't make a video, you'll never get good at videos. You'll never be a good YouTuber. I'm same with streaming. Stream or don't be a streamer.
That's right.
Are you adopted? Asks Aiden, and I think quite a few other people.
There was actually, I was surprised at how many people actually asked this question. So, kind of a funny story about I is that he, I guess you could technically say he's adopted. Ruin the story. So he did not know his biological father growing up when he was about 5. His grandpa told him when he came to Lake Tahoe to spend the summer with him, they were stopping to pick up his brother.
My half-brother.
And he said, well, I don't have a brother. And in the course of that, found out that I's dad was not really his biological dad. So when he was 5, the grandpa kind of spilled the beans that his dad was not his dad. So later, we've always wondered about who his biological dad is and who he was and a little bit about him, and his mom would never tell us anything about him. So we got a name about 25 years ago. So 2 years ago, we decided to do the DNA swab through 23andMe, and I was able to locate his birth father through a genetic match through a cousin. So
DNA baby.
We reached out.
It's in the genes.
And his birth father was very receptive and very happy to hear from him. And so we met with him last summer for the first time, him and his wife and his family, and it was really pretty neat.
My little sister.
Yeah, and a little sister. It was a pretty cool experience to finally meet his biological dad. He's technically adopted.
And also, there was something in my DNA about athleticism.
Yes, he has apparently the Olympic athlete gene.
Yes.
Which is news to me.
The gene that is prevalent in most Olympic athletes.
I think the DNA lied.
Bruh.
All 5'6" is an Olympic athlete.
Bruh.